I was getting ready to go to a conference, actually. I had a conference in like a week. And I was stopped at a red light. I was just minding my own business. And I look in my rearview mirror and I can just see this car coming. And I was like, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Bam, right into me. I was just stopped, not doing anything, and I just immediately started crying. Like I could feel, like my body had gone forward and backward. It was one of those situations where the man that had hit me got kind of stumbled out of his car. And so we called the police. The police came and I left. He was getting like a roadside sobriety test. They were doing all of that. And I was like, I have to go. She takes me to the hospital and I go in and I check in and they're like, we will call you. There's no room in the waiting room, so you can sit in your car. Half hour goes by, an hour goes by, 2 hours go by, and we're still sitting in her car. Now it's like 9:30 at night, and like I'm feeling worse and worse. Headache, nauseous, blurry vision. I know what this feels like. This isn't good. So finally they call me back and the doctor comes out and he's like, why are you here? And I was like, I was in a car accident. And he's like, well, I don't know what you want me to do for you. So, just take some Advil and go home and just wait it out. So get through the night. My mom comes home and she's like, you are not okay. And so she takes me to the other hospital and they're like, yeah, you have a pretty bad concussion. So they set me up with a neurologist. They set me up with like a psychiatrist. And I'm like, okay, but can I go to my conference? And it was funny because I was doing a presentation on executive functioning, which is all the things that break when you have a concussion, right? So I give this presentation, I like make it through and I like step off the platform and my friends up there like, this was so good. And they look at me and they're like, you're not okay. We're gonna take you back to your rooms. And so I like went back and I slept, that kind of thing. For weeks probably, like I couldn't sit in a room like this without having sunglasses on. I couldn't be anywhere with like background noise. Everything sounded like white noise. So I met with the neurologist and she was like, you can't go back to work. Like, she was like, you made it through this thing that you wanted to do and we gave you a pass to do that, but you need to take another, I can't remember if it was 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, something like that. She was like, and just do nothing. I had to have somebody drive me everywhere. For me, I had a ton of like light sensitivity and like visual sensitivity. So I went to the neuro-optometrist, physical therapy, occupational therapy. It was crazy. Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah. It's like, I need some help. This is big. This is more than taking a couple days off of work. One of my colleagues is married to Glenn, who's one of the partners here. And so I reached out to her and said, hey, does Glenn know anybody that could help me? I was just in this car accident. It was like, actually, yes, I think Chase would be perfect for that. Which was fantastic because I think it is so scary to have to call someone that you don't know and hope that they will believe you that what is going on is serious enough is kind of scary and vulnerable. And I knew kind of from my first meeting with Chase that it was going to be a really great working relationship. He was just so nice, so friendly. I didn't feel intimidated or judged or scared or any of those things to tell my story. And it was just, from the get-go, it was just so easy. He explained what it would be like to work with him, and kind of from there, they just took care of everything, right? So I would go into a doctor and I would say, all of this, just send it to my attorney. And that's what they did. And Chase and his team just took care of it. I was able to see all of the doctors that I needed to see. I didn't have to talk to an insurance company. I didn't have to worry about the money that it would cost to see the providers that I needed. So I could just focus on what I needed to focus on, which was getting better and going to all the therapies I had to go to and getting all my treatments, and not have to focus on would I even be able to do that because of an insurance company telling me I couldn't. The sooner you get in contact with your attorney, the more they can help you. So they don't just help you after the fact Chase and his team helped me through the whole process. It was incredible. I'm a psychologist. I'm not an attorney. I don't know how to navigate that world. So having someone who is such an expert in that field that I trust to take care of it for me was just such a relief. I would absolutely recommend BMF to others. I think that they are so kind and compassionate. They are really easy to work with. They're really communicative. They just make you feel like you are important and what you're going through is important, and they do everything that they need to do so that you can focus on just getting better and getting back to your normal life. They're fantastic.
Brockstead, Mandalis, Federico, right lawyers, right now.